Coming up on State of Events, SFSU speaks out on controversial incidents on campus.
Another tragic shooting hits the country.
And San Francisco State's baseball team is off to a great start this season.
State of Events starts now.
Good afternoon and welcome to State of Events. I'm Daphne Young.
And I'm Prerna Sandilya.
Well, Louisville police say 4 people were killed and 9 injured in a mass shooting at downtown Bank. The shooter is dead and police say there is no active threat to the community. Ivan Rodriguez is in Louisville and has the latest.
Terrifying moments in downtown Louisville. Police say 25-year-old Connor Sturgeon opened fire at Old National Bank Monday morning.
Officers were on scene within 3 minutes. The suspect shot at officers. We then returned fire and stopped that threat. The suspect is deceased.
Officials say Sturgeon live-streamed the shooting on Instagram and had been notified he was going to be terminated from Old National Bank. Among those in critical condition is Louisville police officer Nicholas Wilt, the 26-year-old officer just sworn in less than 2 weeks ago.
Just graduated from the police academy on March 31st. I just swore him in, and his family was there to witness his journey to become a police officer. He was struck in the head, engaged in this incident. Nick has come out of brain surgery and is in critical but stable condition.
Kentucky Governor Andy Beshear says he lost a close friend in the shooting.
We lost 4 children of God today, one of whom was one of my closest friends. Tommy Elliott helped me build my law career, helped me become governor, gave me advice on being a good dad. It's one of the people I talk to most in the world, and very rarely were we talking about my job.
2 controversial incidents rocked the campus of San Francisco State University last week, causing some students and faculty to clash on issues like inclusion and social justice. The first incident took place on April 7th when the former NCAA swimmer Riley Gaines came to give a speech on gender and sports. A group of protesters disputed the event and followed Gaines as she tried to leave. Gaines says she was actually attacked while trying to get through the crowd. It took campus police to get her out safely.
Meanwhile, in an unrelated issue, university police are investigating a professor for showing a drawing of the Prophet Muhammad while teaching a lesson on the history of the Islamic world. A student reportedly strongly objected and filed a complaint with the university against history professor Maziar Behrooz, but some argue the professor's academic freedom rights are being violated. In a statement to university students and staff, SFSU President Dr. Lynn Mahoney apologized to those who may have been offended by either of the incidents. Well, buying groceries can be expensive for students, but CalFresh is offering a solution. Reporter Erica Rodriguez has more.
That's right, Daphne. CalFresh helps out a lot of students to buy groceries and other essentials, but now they're worried that these benefits may not last much longer. CalFresh provides monthly food benefits to individuals and families with low income and provides economic benefits to communities. CalFresh is the largest food program in California and provides an essential hunger safety net.
The cost of food here in San Francisco is really pretty high, so CalFresh definitely helps support me. It allows me to get groceries and not have to spend money like eating out, fast food, etc. But yeah, as a student, it's very beneficial and it helps me a lot.
The amount of benefits a household receives is dependent on household size, income, and monthly expenses, such as housing and utilities.
The benefits of CalFresh for me was that I was able to feed myself and my family and not have to worry about the expenses of groceries.
The program issues monthly benefits on electronic benefit transfer EBT card. Food may be purchased at any grocery stores or farmers market that accepts EBT cards. According to CalFresh data, more than 5 million people used food stamps. And now, on April 28th, there will be a drop in their funds. That's because food stamps decided to drop the benefits that was being provided for the pandemic. For State of Events in Emeryville, I'm Erica Rodriguez.
So, Erica, how much is this going to impact people who depend on CalFresh?
Well, spoken to several people, and some of them already had their funds cut. They're saying now they're receiving just half of what they used to get.
Thanks, Erica.
Thank you, Daphne.
Now, San Francisco State University's Broadcast and Electronic Communication Arts Department has taken up the task of archiving the work of its former students and staff. The mission of the archival process is to digitalize the available artwork. The department is archiving video and audio from video home systems, Betacam, and digital tape recordings. The tapes are from 1970s to 2015. Students and staff welcome the project as it will protect Becca's work for future generations.
Great. Well, coming up after the break, more news surrounding LGBTQ rights.
And later in the show, the Falcon 9 just launched, so stick around.
Minds can achieve anything. We make sure they get to college. Federal student aid provides more than $150 billion in grants, loans, and work-study funds to make college possible for anyone with the mind to get there. Because if given the chance, minds will do great things. Federal Student Aid, proud sponsor of the American Mind. Learn more about money for college at studentaid.com.
Unlike other health concerns, mental illness is not always easy to see.
Third line, please.
DEPRESSION.
Mental illness doesn't show up on a scale.
Bipolar?
Sorting out a mental health concern is not something to attempt on your own.
Anxiety. I thought so.
Like many health conditions, help for mental illness takes professional diagnosis and treatment. And the sooner you seek treatment, the better.
Look at that. 6,000 steps and PTSD.
If you or a loved one has a mental health concern, don't go it alone. Find out what to do. For 24-hour free and confidential information and treatment referral, call 1-800-662-HELP. Learn more at samhsa.gov/support.
Well, welcome back to State of Events. People gathered in Fort Myers, Florida on Monday to protest the ban of the abortion pill. Reporter Robert Taylor Wirtz from Wink News has the details.
Hands up! Everybody! Hands up! Everybody!
10 hours. That's how long protesters stood outside the old Lee County Courthouse Monday, holding up signs, hoping to make their voices heard.
We lived through pre-Roe v. Wade times and thought we had achieved some level of dignity and respect and control over our own bodies. And yet we've got young women here who are seeing those same rights that their moms had just disappeared.
Young women like FGCU students Caitlin Turner and Daniela Pepe.
It's scary.
Yeah, I'm just scared. I'm just scared. My mom's from Venezuela, where abortion's incredibly illegal, and she tells me about situations of people having to get illegal abortions in like unsafe clinics. I see myself and the women around me and just the people around me who have the ability to get pregnant, and we're all just really, really scared.
The location isn't random. The local office of Representative Jenna Persons-Malika, a sponsor of House Bill 7, lies just inside the building. That bill moving through the Florida legislature, along with Senate Bill 300, would establish a near total ban on abortions after 6 weeks. But critics say it might not work as intended.
People are going to do whatever they need to do to stay in the situation that they need, and if they need to do something unsafe that is going to hurt their bodies because of this legislation, they will. So fight for the right for safe laws and for safe health care.
Taylor Wirtz, Wink News.
Leadership of President Joe Biden, the United States unemployment rate fell to over 3% in the March 2023. Now, despite the low consumer confidence, high inflation, and the hangover from the pandemic, the jobs report showed economic cooling. The challenge going forward might be the expectation that unemployment will get worse this year. But Biden is confident that 6% inflation can be overcome while keeping unemployment low.
New analysis from the ACLU shows state lawmakers have introduced more than 450 anti-LGBTQ bills this year. Many target transgender youth, and more than a dozen saw legislative action this week. Now the White House and Supreme Court are weighing in, as Amy Kiley reports.
This has been one of the worst weeks of 2023 so far in terms of anti-LGBTQ bills.
The White House, several states, and the Supreme Court are taking action on transgender rights and restrictions. The Biden administration is proposing a new federal rule involving transgender athletes. It wouldn't stop schools from limiting their participation on teams that correlate with their gender identities, but it would make total bans a violation of Title IX.
I want to say directly to LGBTQI+ kids, you are loved just as you are.
A new law in Kansas is set to prevent transgender girls from playing on gender-correlating teams. That's after the legislature overrode a veto yesterday. In North Dakota, the state passed 10 anti-LGBTQ bills just on Wednesday. And in North Carolina, 6 bills introduced this week take aim at sports participation and gender-affirming treatment for minors.
There's this whole false narrative that trans kids just walk in and can start taking hormones or get surgery.
We believe kids ought to be given a chance to resolve their confusion about their sex.
In light of such legislation, some young people are speaking out, like during this recent rally in Washington.
They cannot outlaw the transness and queerness out of us.
I'm Amy Kiley reporting.
Over 70 employees from Bay Area businesses and non-profit are expected to be on campus this week. And they're looking to hire students for internships and summer jobs. The Spring Career and Internship Fair takes place on Thursday, April 13th from 12 noon until 3 p.m. at the Mashoub Wellness Center inside the MAC Gym. To attend, you need to have your student ID or transcript. Registration is at sfsu.joinhandshake.com.
And coming up after the break, updates on the SFSU baseball team.
And a day to celebrate your pets, so don't go away.
I got you. Oh, yeah, I got him.
Stupid controller froze again.
You're only saying that because you're losing.
Bet you bought the cheap one.
My controller is junk too. Is this even real?
You're spending less, so...
Yeah? We'll just buy it again?
Smart kids.
Who are you?
Or what are you?
Hey, I was wondering if you guys wanted any... OMG, it's McGruff!
Yes, I am.
He's not my Uncle McGruff, the crime dog. He's an imposter. He's a fake.
Oh!
I am McGruff, the crime dog. He is the fake. And so is that controller you're holding. It's gonna break. And that, Pops...
could blow up in your face!
That's right, Scruff. Let's take a bite out of crime together and protect ourselves against fakes. Like him.
Who says you're not the fake?
Dude, you're literally missing an arm.
You are smart, kids. You're smart. Buy smart.
Well, welcome back to State of Events. This past weekend, SpaceX launched one of their Falcon 9 rockets. The Falcon 9 is a reusable two-stage rocket designed and manufactured by SpaceX for the reliable and safe transport of people into the Earth's orbit. Reusability, allows SpaceX to refly the most expensive parts of the rocket, and drives down the cost of space access. SFSU's own Becker professor Graham Carpenter actually shot this video footage, and he's also the director of this show. Kudos, Graham. Awesome.
The San Francisco State baseball team is off a hot start this season. The baseball team is currently 19-12 in the 4th place of the CCAA conference. Reporter Sophia Willaba takes a glimpse at how the season has been for these players so far.
San Francisco State's baseball team has either won every series so far this season or split every series except for one. This is a turnaround season for the Gators from last year when they finished the spring 2022 season 18-30.
I think this season we're off to a really hot start. I think we got a lot of good key pieces that we had last year back, and our pitching's been good and our hitting's been excellent. So I think we're off to a good start and looking forward to the rest of the season.
The Gators are currently number 1 in the conference for batting average, base percentage, and triples. They are also number 3 in runs scored, something head coach Stefano is extremely proud of.
We've hit really well this year. We're finding our way on the mound, and I think we're finding our way on defense. And so I feel good about it. You know, obviously I think we are 1 win from equaling last year's win total, and we're only halfway through the season.
Coach Stefano also credits this turnaround season for the Gators to the seniors of the team, noting their ability to become great leaders for their fellow teammates.
Oh, it's been night and day. It's been a 180. Great leadership from our seniors, Sammy and Justin Clark, Cody Gardner, Jordan Iglite, Tyler Franks. We have an unbelievable. I think I'm gonna cry on senior day, but seeing those guys go.
You know, I love our coach. Coach Stefano's great. He does a good job of keeping us up during the game and just remaining positive. It seems like we always got a chance no matter what situation we're in.
The Gators won their series against Cal State San Marcos 3-1 this past weekend and will face Chico State Tuesday and Wednesday at Maloney Field. The Gators do have high hopes for making the playoffs this season as they are currently 19-12 so far. Now, if you're interested in watching any home games, you can go online to sfstategators.com. But for now, in San Francisco, Sophia Villalba, State of Events.
So when you have a fur baby sharing your home, every day feels like National Pet Day. But today, on Tuesday, April 11th, it's official. National Pet Day is a time to pay attention, special attention, to your best animal friends. Whether dogs, cats, feathered friends, scaly fish, or snakes, whatever animal brings you joy, take some time today to make sure you're providing the best environment for them. Throw away old toys that have become unsafe. Verify that vaccinations are up to date, and check their tags and microchips or other forms of ID just in case your pet gets lost. We don't want that. Do you have a pet?
Yeah, I had a Doberman growing up. You know, it was so much fun for me, but a lot of work for my mom.
Exactly, and that's the only reason why I don't have one with my kid. He wants one real bad.
Good luck with that.
We'll work on it this summer.
That's all we have for you this time. Thanks for joining us.
And don't forget to subscribe to our State of Events channel on YouTube at the QR code on your screen. For State of Events, I'm Daphne Young.
And I'm Prerna Sandilya. Have a great day.